mindfulness and being present. I wish that somebody would have like really had this talk with me and made me listen and understand the importance of it sooner. How can you do this? Number one is don't wait to be my age. I am 53 years old, probably around age 51. Did I really start realizing, oh my gosh, like I've lost out on way more than I realized, right? And, work's important and being successful is important, but the most important thing, it really, we all know this, it's our family. And I know that you've heard this before, but people will say, when you are on your deathbed, you're not going to say, I wish I would have worked more. I wish I would have done one more of those things. You're going to say, I wish I spent more time with my family. I was a very good mom. I'm really proud of the type of mom that I was. I went to my children's sporting events and I was always there. But when I left the real estate industry and became a coach, I started looking back at how much I had actually missed, even though I was present, if that makes sense. I was the mom that, I was a single mom for a long time, taking care of my two daughters. And when I got married, wonderful marriage, Steve's amazing, but I was still kind of the primary breadwinner. And so I didn't realize just how much I was working. And when I was working, even though I was present physically, mentally, I was not as present as I had thought that I was. And I didn't really realize this until, honestly, it was kind of too late. I remember one time going on a listing appointment and there was pictures of the family and I just started kind of like crying at this listing appointment. And I said, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, what had happened was my daughter had recently graduated from high school. And I just was realizing how quickly it happened and how quickly she graduated and how quickly she was, this grown woman taking over the world. And I realized just how much that I missed. And, it's so funny. I've seen these videos of kids, little kids, taking their parents' phones and throwing them out of the parents' hands because people are so, engulfed with their phone. And if you think about when you go out to dinner or you go for a walk or you go anywhere, look around and you'll see people are on their phone all the time. And when their phone is down, their heads are down on their phone, they're not present. I remember one time I was on the boat with my husband and I was working, like I always did. And he got so mad. He's like,
if you don't put that phone down, I'm going to throw it in the water.
I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, I'm working, right? Well, what was wrong with him was that we were on the boat. It was the weekend. We're supposed to be, being together, being present, being married. And I was working all the time. And I used to always tell myself like, I have to do this because I was a single mom. I have to do this because I need to be able to provide for my daughters. So when my first husband left me and had the affair, I was like, I am going to build the most amazing backyard and pool and slide, and we're going to have amazing memories here and do amazing things. And we did all those things. But looking back, I wasn't as present as I should have been, or I wish I would have noticed, right? So I just hope that, for those of you, our world has gotten so sad, quite honestly. I noticed it a lot because I know there's been times where I've had my kids say, Mom, you're not listening. Mom, you're not listening. Or, okay, Mom, I'm hanging up now because I can tell you're working. I can tell you're not listening to me. That is a horrible thing to hear as a parent from your spouse or from your children. And so over the past couple of years, I've become very cognizant of it and very mindful of it. And on a daily basis, it is in my affirmations that, I'm a loving, loyal, supportive wife, mother, and friend. I am present. I listen to people. I make them feel understood. I make them feel heard because I don't ever want anybody to not feel cared about, not feel loved, not feel valued, not feel appreciated or respected. So, I don't know, being 53 now, and it's just something that really has become important in my life is stopping. My daughter was just here. I was recording videos and she goes, hey Mom, can we just have a few minutes? I said, sure. So the team, went off and did their thing for a few minutes and I just sat there and talked to her, and I want to do more of that. And I encourage you to do more of that too. So how do we become more mindful? How do we become more present? Number one is put the phone down, right? I know you say you want your pictures, but do you have to bring the phone into the restaurant? Does it have to go with you every single place that you are? If that phone rings and you're talking to your significant other or one of your team members or to your children or to a friend, you don't have to answer it, right? And when somebody's there with you and they're talking to you, are you thinking about what you're going to say? Are you thinking about what you have to do tomorrow? Are you thinking about your job or your problems? Or are you truly there present, thinking about them, valuing them, appreciating them, and respecting them. Because I can promise you what, one day when they're not around or you don't have the ability to, you're going to wish that you did. So I wish that somebody had this conversation with me and reminded me that everything else can wait, but your family can't. And your kid shouldn't have to, and your spouse shouldn't have to. And if you're constantly doing this while somebody's talking to you and you're looking at that phone, you are not present. So just start by leaving the phone in the car. Start by when somebody putting your phone on focus mode or do not disturb mode when somebody's, when somebody's talking to you. And I promise you that it gets easier and easier. And my daughters have said, Mom, I just want to thank you. I've really noticed that when I come over, you listen. And when I come over, you're here. Because I let her know, I want you to know that I'm going to make this more of a priority for me. I want to make sure that you know how important you are to me. And I hope that you do the same, because you don't want to look back one day and don't wait 51 years. Should not have taken me that long. I think I used the excuse in the past that I had to do it because I needed to make money. I had to provide. I had to this. I had to that. It isn't an excuse. I could have done a better job. So being more mindful, being more present, making people feel special, promise the first impact it will have more than anyone else is on yourself. I hope this is helpful to you, and be sure to watch the next video as well. Let me know what else you'd like me to cover in the comments, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.